What's up everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Not just any reaction video, but another FNAF reaction video. Today we are reacting to FNAF Animatronics Explain the Puppet. Now, the puppet is an interesting one, considering the fact that it's the main animatronic that actually brought life to the missing children. It's also one of the most well-known ones, considering that the only animatronic forms that I can recall at this second is the original Nightmare, Phantom, and that one version in FNAF 6. Not counting its VR forms. I mean special delivery forms. Also there's also the thought process of when the puppet first came out, when I saw all of the things that the minigame provided, and before Ultimate Custom Night, so this is like around FNAF 3, around the time of FNAF 3, I thought, okay, so the puppet was the first one to be killed, because it's obviously possessed and all that, so it has to be the first animatronic, otherwise the children wouldn't have been able to possess the suits. I was wrong about that one. That was a theory that came to my head around the time FNAF 3 came out, and of course it would be wrong. With more facts that came out from later games and the books, and the fact that Ultimate Custom Night confirmed that Susie, aka Chica, was the first to be killed by William Afton. Yeah, that threw that theory out the window, but it's still an interesting animatronic considering the fact that the host of the puppet is William Afton's business partner's daughter, Charlie Emily. And considering the fact that the two are probably close, like best friends, so it's not weird to assume that Charlie was, by some way or form, William's niece. So yeah, a lot to say about that one. But enough talk about that. That could be said for another video about theories, or what theories I had, or whatever. Anyway, back to this. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button down below. Also, in the comment section down below, be sure to tell me what form of the puppet is your favorite, and which one's your least favorite. I will tell you mine at the end of the video. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button to support, like, and support. I think I said that twice already. Sorry, thought process going on while just wanted to get start this video because I'm interested what this guy has to say about the puppet. Anyway, be sure to do all this to support, like, and everything for the channel. This stuff is free. It helps support me. It helps support the channel. It helps motivate me to make more videos like this for you all to enjoy. So the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. Also, if you feel like Like, there's people out there that would like these types of videos, FNAF that is, or any other video provided by the channel, be sure to check out this thing down below, right in the row where the like button is. I just found about it recently. You can actually share it with people you know. Crazy, I never knew this. So yeah, be sure to do that if you have anyone that you think will enjoy these types of videos. Also, be sure to hit the notification button to be notified immediately when a new video comes out. Finally, the link to this video will be down in the description below. Now, with this all said, let's get right on into it.
Hey guys, Super Horror Bro Mike here, and in this video we continue our look at the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics with an in-depth study of one of the creepiest of all, the puppet. Previously in this series we have analysed Chica, Foxy, Bonnie and Freddy, as well as their variants, so remember to check out those videos if you are interested.
Also, you might be wondering, why am I doing the puppet? Because it's mainly one of the main new ones that came in FNAF 2. I think I said I was going to do Chica and or Ballora / Balloon Boy, but those will appear next week. Just letting you know this real quick.
Now over the course of the next 4 or 5 episodes in this series, we will dive deeper into the mythology and take a look at some of the less famous, but nonetheless important members of Scott Cawthon's sprawling cast of creeps. So let's kick off this episode.
Well, some animatronics are interesting to talk about. Ballora is an interesting one to say about. Circus Baby has some decent lore about it. But there's others that I don't think have complete lore, but have an in-depth, interesting fact about themselves. Such as Balloon Boy and all that, but that came in later in the years. This was a year earlier, so yeah. Of course, there are other animatronics that can be questionable at times, but forget it. Let's just keep going.
Episode with a complete history of the puppet. The puppet, also known as the marionette, is not exactly your everyday Pinocchio. It is instead a terrifying looking entity which wouldn't look too out of place in a killer clown movie or Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. The puppet's face looks like a mask, with an uncomfortably large toothless smile, sporting bright red lipstick, and above this smile, a pair of black, lifeless eyes can be found. Purple stripes which look like streams of tears are seen below these eyes, and either side sit rosy red cheeks. The body is extremely slender and tall. It is black with white stripes on the arms and legs, and buttons running up the torso. The puppet only has 3 fingers to each hand, and these are almost like cables rather than functioning digits. They seem to have no joints within. Even stranger still are the feet, or rather the lack of them. The puppet almost seems to float as it steps forward on a pair of pin points. It is without doubt the most humanoid of all animatronics. But what is the story behind this creepy creation? Originally, the puppet...
The more I look at that mask, it looks like it's conflicting of 2 emotions. Sadness and fear for one part of it, and another one is joy and happiness. It's strange to see a mask having both a positive and negative emotion to it. It makes you wonder what the people were thinking about making when they made that mask.
It puppet was an inanimate object. It wasn't able to greet guests like Freddy and the rest of the gang, but rather could be found at the prize counter in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We are told it was originally created as a security measure to keep the children visiting the pizzeria safe. Yeah, that didn't work out so great, did it?
Yep. So much for that plan. It went south so far that there was like no chance of saving anything. Then again, when the killer is a guy that actually makes and does all that to animatronics, it makes sense why it couldn't be able to save children. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can tell from this photo, but you can kind of see Charlie's name on the tombstone. But I think it's mainly her real name, not the nickname for Charlie.
You see, this all changed one fateful night. Henry Emily was co-creator of the Fazbear Animatronics and the work partner of nefarious mastermind William Afton. He had a daughter called Charlotte, who ended up becoming the first victim of his murderous co-worker. As with much of the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, the exact details are vague, but it seems after Charlotte was murdered by Afton, her spirits became trapped inside the puppet's shell. You see, Henry had given a green bracelet to his daughter, allowing the puppet to track Charlie and protect her. However, the puppet became trapped and so was unable to intervene in William Afton's crime. By the time the puppet reaches Charlotte's body, it's too late. Its circuits have been damaged by the rainfall, and so it simply crawls over to her corpse, where Charlotte's spirit then possessed it.
Now looking back at this, it makes me wonder, did Henry ever track down the trail of the car? Or is there security cameras outside that no one knows about? I always wondered about that fact.
In the insanity ending of FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator, we can hear her father Henry monologuing as he burns the restaurant and animatronics trapped within to the ground. Here he condemns Afton's spirit to hell, freeing the spirits of the other lost children and apologizing to his daughter for being unable to save her.
My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours.
However, there is more to the puppet than Charlotte Emily. You see, after she was murdered and went on to possess this empty vessel, Charlie then went on to witness William Afton go on to abduct and murder the other missing children. It has been theorized, in fact, that it was the puppet who stuffed the children into the animatronic suits as a way to allow them to exact revenge and live on after death in the same way Charlotte did. We get the sense that this puppet is very protective over the spirits of the other children, as we hear the following lines spoken by her during Ultimate Custom Night.
The others are under my protection.
We also get the sense that the
It's strange to hear this kind of stuff from a 3-year-old girl. It's like she's a child prodigy, but at the same time not. Because it kind of makes sense, because she's been possessing the puppet and has been somewhat dead for 30, 40 years. Let's see. 1987. No, I think it was 1983 that they were killed. No, the Bite of 83 was there. And, the crying child, and some people call him Evan, and some people call him Chris, and, wish we got a solid name. Because everything's theorized by that. 1983 was around there. Let's see. 1987. That's the Bite of 87. I can't remember. On the top of my head.
The puppet enjoys tormenting its
keep going.
victims
I'm gonna
and
remember
seeing them
this sooner or later.
suffer, as if the spirit of Charlotte has become twisted and vengeful over the years as a result of her tragic end.
Seeing you powerless is like music to me.
You may have noticed I have been referring to the puppet as a she due to the fact we know the soul within is female. Despite this, the puppet itself is actually male, a fact confirmed officially within the book The Freddy Files, as well as...
Really? Because I'm pretty sure I heard in FNAF 2, the phone guy calling the marionette a female. Yeah. The phone guy said that the puppet was female, if I'm correct, on night 2. Also, I remember, I think the time the missing children were killed was 1985. So that means... let's see. The puppet managed to survive until FNAF 6. Don't know how I did that, but it would be... let's see... 50... no, not 50... actually that might be the case. That means Charlie is a little over 50 years old. Jeez. Anyway.
The puppet's mechanic description in Ultimate Custom Night also uses the male pronoun. So we've discussed the puppet.
I really hate that fact. I think they said that the marionette's female, but they keep using the male term. I don't know why.
Puppet's looks and backstory in the game, but what about actual game appearances and forms it has taken over the years? The puppet first appeared in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where it would attack if the player did not keep the music box wound over at the prize counter. The music emanating from this box is the children's nursery rhyme My Grandfather's Clock, which sounds like this. However,
I swear that music will get demonetized. I swear it will happen. And if you don't hear anything when it comes to that sound, it's because of what I'm mentioning. Demonetization. So fair warning, if that does get demonetized, you know why it's demonetized. So if you don't hear it, there's your reason.
Failed to keep this box wound up, and the appropriately titled Pop Goes the Weasel plays instead. After this,
That too, if that one gets demonetized as well, I know why.
the puppet emerges from the box and will begin stalking the player, making its way camera to camera until it reaches the security office. Unlike most of the animatronics, it sees right through our Freddy mask disguise and cannot be deterred by the flashlight.
Well, she did say she's very aware, so I would believe her.
Meaning failure to keep the music box wound results in an instant death if the puppet reaches us before the shift's end. The next time we saw the puppet was in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah! The puppet appeared in FNAF 3. I think it was in one of the camera. So you can see it just appears right in, like standing there for just a bit, and then it just disappears. And it's not a Phantom puppet, it's literally the original puppet. Crazy.
As with the other animatronics, in this particular game the puppet takes on a phantom form. Its appearance is now decayed and burnt. It appears in the hallway on camera 8, and if we look at it for too long, the puppet moves into our office where its head obscures our view and makes protecting ourselves a much harder task. It's also incredibly creepy. However,
No, I'm pretty sure it's the
puppet
original
does have
puppet
another
design.
role in this game. By double-clicking on the drawing of a puppet found on Cam 2, we are transported to a secret 8-bit style minigame called Happiest Day. Here we actually control the puppet in a cryptic 2D side-scroller. This minigame leads us to the game's good ending when all other minigames have been successfully completed. It once again shows the puppet looking over the children protectively, as it seems to symbolise their souls leaving their bodies.
Nah, the puppet was in FNAF 3. I think I remember seeing it once.
Moving over to FNAF 4, and the puppet is nowhere to be seen. Well, until the arrival of the Halloween update, that is. This
Yeah, it's non-canon variant.
Introduced a horrifying variant of the puppet known as Night Marion. If you thought the original puppet design was creepy, get a load of this guy. Its body is even thinner, with skeletal details such as a protruding ribcage and legs made from pure bone. Night Marion's upper limbs end at the elbow, and the rest of the arm is replaced by long stripy tendrils. Its face now lacks the rosy cheeks and red lipstick. This is replaced by a mouth filled with pointy teeth and two much bigger eyes which glow a bright white at their centre. Throughout our experience with Night Marion, that eerie music box melody can be heard. Night Marion also appeared in FNAF Help Wanted, where its presence in VR was genuinely terrifying. In Ultimate Custom Night, we get to hear Night Marion speak, and it seems to confirm the character's cruel and sadistic nature.
Nightmare's just beginning. This time, death cannot save you.
The puppet's final appearance was in FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator, where it appeared during a series of minigames telling the tragic backstory of Charlotte Emily as previously mentioned. However, it should also be noted that we are shown evidence of how the puppet had been fused within the Freddy animatronic Lefty. It can be seen clearly here in this image. Hence why we hear Henry talking to his daughter during the game's true ending. So in that sense, Lefty's attacks in FNAF 6 sort of double as those of the puppet 2, although it does not appear in its true form during gameplay. With all that said, we have now reached the end of today's video and this look at the history of the puppet across the Five Nights at Freddy's series. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you
I'm surprised you didn't mention the puppet, well, the marionette in FNAF 6, which was the So it was a one that you could buy, which I guess counts as a marionette? I don't know. It's weird that you didn't mention that one. I technically claim that's part of the marionette family, considering the fact that, I mean, it looks and its design is like it, so.
Remember to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more horror related content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.
Just likes doing that, huh? Alright, so far, nothing seems wrong with the explanation. Of course, I'm a little sour with the fact that he didn't have the one from FNAF 6, but then again, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Honestly, I don't see any flaws. Of course, there's updated stuff, but that was after a whole year of COVID and all that, so can't really blame. With the limited amount of information we can get from Scott himself. And the fact that if someone brings up the books within game lore, yeah, people get offensive and argumental about it. It's crazy. Crazy as heck. Now, we only get mention of 3 puppets. The original, the Phantom, and Nightmare. Technically, I would claim that the one from FNAF 6 is a puppet too, but people are gonna argue, people are gonna claim stuff, so I'm gonna only do the ones that were in this video. Let's start with my least favorite one. It would have to be the Phantom one. Mainly because, well, it just looks like a burnt version of the original puppet. That's it. And it can be annoying to deal with it, considering the fact that it just gets right up in your face and goes like, ooh, laugh. Oh wait, you can't see what I'm doing, so it just basically moves its head everywhere you go and then tries to jump scare you or something else. I don't know, I don't remember the stuff from FNAF 3 when it comes to jump scares, so yeah. Now that leaves the fact of which of the last two is my favorite. Let's see. I like them both equally, but if I had to pick a favorite, I have to say kind of like the original puppet, a bit more than the Nightmare. Don't get me wrong, the Nightmare one's pretty cool and it represents the FNAF 4 game amazingly. It's just that the puppet, while its mask does represent something else, the way it acts shows that it's very, very intelligent, and also shows that it's very passive. So it's just really cool and interesting to see the way how the puppet can act as the years went by and hearing all this stuff, it started to make more sense why the puppet would react to in a certain way and all that. But yeah, the original has to be my favorite. Plus, I also don't like the nightmare marionette being a bit addictive. So, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave down in the comment section below what's your favorite variation of the puppet and your least favorite. I'd like to hear your opinions and anything else on the matter. If you have anything else you want me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button down below and the subscribe button to show that you like these videos, your support for the channel, support for these types of videos, and other videos, and so on. Everything here is free, so the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to hit the notification button to be notified immediately when a new video comes out. And finally, as a reminder from the beginning, the link to this video will be in the description below. So if you want to see the full video without me interrupting you, or you want to hear the music and all that, the link is in the description below. So you can see it uninterrupted and hear everything from beginning to end with no problem. So, with that all said, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!